let's go over to the intro. See you in a few seconds, or see you in about 53 seconds, guys. Okay, so guys, that was of course the intro. That means we are going into the second game. The second game here, I'm just about to introduce the players now, just making sure the overlay is all up to date. Here we go. Let's actually head on over to the overlay once again, and let's have a look at who the players are going to be, on what map they're going to be playing on. So here we go, let's actually move over. Hopefully the feedback stopped. But as you can see, we are going to have, from Team Liquid Staff, it's going to be BigFan, and his opponent is going to be from Red. It's going to be fischei. Now, BigFan hasn't had the best of luck so far in the STPL. He has, yeah, he has won against Bonus. That was a walkover, but he did lose the other two games. He did say in the thread he wants to show some better games, and let's hope this is going to be the game he finally breaks out of his shell, finally puts in 100%. I know he has been until now, but BigFan is fired up. He wants to win, and fischei, of course, winning one game, losing another one. Just a quick note, of course, there is still codes available for Maturino, so do please use them if you can. Follow the instructions in the chat message, but the map they are going to be playing on is going to be Pathfinder. Now, Pathfinder, a very, very fun map. Played a lot of this map throughout my time playing Brood War since 2008. Well, it came out in 2010, so I've been playing a lot since then. It's one of my favorite maps in the game, so that's why I kept it in this whole thing, in the STPL. As you can, like, you'll see that throughout all the rounds, there's a lot of really cookie maps that I like that are going to be on the map pool. But it's to make the games more interesting, you know, and to get people more accustomed to playing on some stranger maps. So as you can see, there are 3 bases on this map. There's actually like a ring of walkable terrain all around the edge of the bases. So you can do some really cool drop play, really cool elevator play as well. And of course there is middle only third, a little bit behind each of the bases, a little bit easier to defend. You can wall off the 12 o'clock, the 3 o'clock, more like 4 o'clock, and the 8 o'clock as well, with a couple of buildings, especially in TPP, kind of important to do that. But there's a lot of room for vultures to move around. Now, I'm not sure what style of TVP BigFan does play. I think this is actually the first TVP we've seen from him. But it should be interesting to see if he does play a more harass-orientated style, if he does play more of the Flash 2-1 double armory style. And fischei, I think this is the first PvT we've seen from him as well, so really interesting to see his style. Of course, it's going to be easier for me to speak about it from the Terran perspective, but I have seen a lot of PvT recently as well, so this should be a lot of fun. Let's not waste any more time, let's head on over to the game, and let's start with Game 2. Of Red, or Team Liquid versus Red. Okay, let's actually just turn off the music and let's go over. Okay, next time that comes on, it's gonna have that weird bug. But here we go, starting us off in the 12 o'clock position. It is going to be the blue Protoss. Okay, I've got the colours wrong. Let's fix that, but that's fine. It's going to be the blue Protoss. It's going to be fighting for red. fischei. And his opponent spawning down here in the 7 o'clock position. It is going to be the red Terran. It's going to be BigFan. Now, as I said, this is going to be a very, very entertaining match, I would say. BigFan and fischei. Not really seen them play too much together, but it should be a lot of fun. TVP, one of my favourite matchups in the game. In fact, I think it is my favourite matchup. So I'm going to have fun watching this as well. Let's see what style they're both coming from. Of course, Protoss do have a lot of early options that can be very hard for Terran to deal with if you're not as experienced with the matchup. So, it's going to be cool to see. Now, one thing that I will say, and one thing from my Terran perspective that I do know a lot about, is the fact, oh, it looks like BigFan has actually practiced this wall. You can go Depot Racks, that is Zealot tight. That's going to allow him to survive against any kind of proxy 2-gate shenanigans. Of course, you can't stop the probe building the pylon in your wall, but you can try and figure that out. But Terran early on, like when you're first starting with Terran, it is quite daunting to play TVP. I'm not going to lie. Very, very difficult to play, especially early. Like, the more and more you get used to it, the easier it becomes. But of course, Protoss do have a lot of early options. Terran has to have certain things by certain times, or you can end up with really, really weird situations. Now, fischei, for his benefit, is actually going to scout in the correct direction. So this does mean he will be able to get into the wall. And, oh, it looks like BigFan's actually built the, I suppose it is still going to be walled off, but you can build the barracks a little bit further forward. I guess he wants to make sure his marine spawns in the base. We do have the gas coming up as well for him. Back home, we do have one gate core from fischei, so that's going to be fine for him. BigFan, of course, is going to scout his opponent last. He's actually going to go around the very back side of the base to do that, not going to go back through the middle. Wants to try and dodge any early Dragoons or anything like that. And hi Mungathu, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you stick around and enjoy the matches. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you're just tuning in for the first time, you've never seen this tournament before. This is the Shin Han Tank Pro League. It's something I've organised, something I cast, and something I sort of deal with. Like, I kind of deal with everything. The good thing is I do have a lot of very willing team captains who help me a lot with sort of gathering the replays and things like that. So huge shout outs to them. I know I haven't probably given them enough shout outs until now. But also shout outs to Navani, who did the graphics for the shirts in the overlay. I did the rest of the overlays, so that's why the shirts look considerably better than anything I've made. But you know what, I've put in a lot of effort, so hopefully you guys enjoy it as much as I did making it. Here we go, looks like we're going to have the factory coming up. The probe's still being incredibly annoying. Hasn't got a kill, is now trapped in the base as well, so this Marine will eventually be able to deal with this, but it's going to run around for a very long time. Now, how greedy is BigFan going to be? When you actually wall in, you don't really need more than one Marine, but going for two can be a little bit safer. But here we go, we have the Dragoon. It's going to scout, or it's going to kill the scouting SUV eventually. Looks like the Goons missed a few of its shots. But here we go, looks like the SUV will go down. Range has not finished yet, should be finishing up fairly shortly. But the important thing is BigFan has seen what he needs to see. He knows that there isn't anything crazy. We do actually have a 2-fact coming in here from BigFan, being a little bit cheeky, gonna go for a little bit of aggression. Let's see how greedy fischei is going to be. Now, of course, fischei is only going for one gateway, and this probe is definitely going for the expansion, and this 2-fact could do a lot of damage. And this is not going to be scouted. It's going to be... Okay, let's check fischei's vision. I just want to see if he goes right up to the wall, if he can see if there's a CC or not. This is going to be the very important moment in the game. Oh, he just about sees there's no CC. A bit unfortunate for BigFan. The wall needs to be a little bit further forward. You actually need the depot here. He's also going to need to repair this because there's only 2 Marines in his base. It's actually going to be Tank, Mine, and Vulture. We're not going to see a crazy siege push here. This second SUV going to be moving around, doing what it can to do some scouting. But it looks like BigFan hasn't done the best of job actually repairing this, and he could lose the game very, very quickly. This is so difficult to deal with. The way you do deal with this, just in case you don't know, is you send 3 SCVs, and you send 2 SCVs to repair the 1 SCV that's being fired at. But this is going to be a lot of damage. There's a lot of BigFan's fighting force early on that's taken a lot of damage and actually gone down. And this 2-fact has been completely neutered. And this tank goes down as well, and that is absolutely huge. There's 2 vultures. He is going to need godlike vulture control here, but he needs to repair as well. Both his units have gone down. And I get the feeling this may be what what spurred the post. A really nice idea, but GG. Fischei breaks the wall, breaks into the Terran main, and unfortunately for BigFan, there's not really too much he can do there. But I mean, really nice try by BigFan. Let's actually just head back to my camera. But yeah, nice try by BigFan. Not really too much he could have done there. It's a dangerous thing to do. Like, walling in the natural is not easy as Terran. Like, it looks easy, but we have to repair, and repairing against Dragoons is one of the hardest things. But 3 Dragoons, fairly strong, beats a 2-fact push. You saw it here first, guys. Not really too much he could have done. I'm going to quickly load up the next replay as well so we can get ready to go in the next game. But that was a really, really nicely played game by fischei, and he is going to take red